The pandemic, of course, changed a lot, including medicine, specifically how you, your kids, your grandkids can get highly addictive medication, including drugs to treat attention deficit disorder, valuable drugs. This is an ad from Cerebral. It's a tech startup that offered Adderall via online telehealth. Pre-pandemic, a patient would need to see a healthcare provider in person every month for their prescription. They'd have to talk about their difficulties. They'd have to talk about the reasons they need the drug, on and on and on. With the new rules, telehealth visits counted. So tech startups advertised heavily on social media to target young adults. Soon, the Wall Street Journal reports 20% of Cerebral's business came from prescribing and selling ADHD medication. The company then became worth $4.8 billion. That was then. Now the company faces a federal investigation for possible violations of the Controlled Substances Act, and many pharmacies won't fill their prescriptions. But this isn't a story about Cerebral. They are in trouble. It's about social media companies who sell the advertising targeting kids and largely skate. Leland Vittert's here, professor of data science at Washington University, features editor of the Harvard Data Science Review, also my favorite sister. All right, they exploited the law of telemedicine, but they relied on the social media companies to do it how?
Well, so they buy advertising on these social media companies that target people who either look up things about mental health, who maybe follow people that look at mental health, any type of way that they can somehow latch on to someone that looks at mental health issues, and specifically things like ADHD, because it's a lot easier to sell ADHD drugs than it is to sell depression or anxiety drugs, almost double the advertising dollars to sell depression or anxiety drugs.
Cerebral advertising on TikTok, 13 million from January to May. Top advertisers on TikTok, HBO, Amazon, and Cerebral. Why advertise on TikTok versus even Google?
Well, the reason that you would go for something like TikTok is because the algorithms keep showing you stuff. You scroll and you scroll and you scroll through things. So it continually shows you more and more of what you're already looking at. Whereas Google, you'll just see like a little banner ad on the side, whereas TikTok can actually show you a story about someone talking about their mental health or someone who got a lot better because they took whatever medication is happening here. And that's why it's so much better for these advertisers to be on TikTok or Instagram versus something like Google.
Well, and they can really specifically target what the people they want to target are interested in and watching and the like. Young women on Instagram, we know that from the Facebook files that women have been targeted in terms of body image and the like through their algorithms. And there's now one young woman whose family says she got bulimia, became suicidal, and is now suing Instagram. Take a listen.
So at that age, you're going through puberty, your body is changing, and when you log on to Instagram and every day it's telling you and showing you pictures of very sickly people, and it's saying this is what you're supposed to look like, this is how you be pretty. If you're not pretty, people won't like you. This is what you're supposed to look like. This is how many calories you're supposed to eat a day. What else is a child supposed to think?
Fair, you can be influenced by Instagram and Facebook. Are the algorithms at the point where they're actually so good they can target and deliberately exploit kids?
Look, okay, I mean, we can't have laws against, so people can abdicate personal responsibility, okay? Like, I can't, see really delicious food on Instagram and then decide to sue Instagram when my diet's not working because it's advertising me barbecue. So we need to be able to differentiate between things like people suing for mental health issues because they keep seeing pictures, just like if you were subscribing to Vogue magazine. We need to be able to differentiate between that and things like Cerebral that are using this in ways that are potentially violating Controlled Substance Acts. These are two different things.
How good, though, are the algorithms? And we know that
you could ever imagine.
We know that Facebook and Instagram knew that their algorithms were specifically targeting young kids under the age of 18 and continuing to feed them this material. At some point, if you give people free alcohol, eventually they're going to get into a car crash from drunk driving, right?
Okay, so now we're saying watching other people talk about like how to diet is the same thing as giving them alcohol or giving them drugs. I mean, there's like the slippery slope argument is not fair here. At some point, people have personal responsibility. It's not just targeting young people, it's targeting everybody. I mean, the young people in this are potential victims. I guess you could call it that, but they're the ones that are choosing to look at this stuff. Their parents are allowing them to look at this stuff and not monitoring it. This girl was 11 years old when she got an Instagram account.
Let me flip it on its head. If Instagram or Facebook, who owns Instagram, and TikTok said, we really want to crack down on the use of our algorithms to target young children with ads for ADHD medication, now ads for opiate addiction medication, now ads for diet drugs and the like. Could they effectively flip the switch and turn it off?
Absolutely, they could, and they need to for things like that. But when we start getting into this slippery slope argument of, well, we now can't show them pictures of models, we now can't show them exercise objects, like, where is that line between showing someone an ad for a Peloton and, like, you know, something like an opiate, or just showing them an ad for a Peloton?
Or a Twinkie, either one. All right, Liberty, thank you very much. Good to see you as always. When we come, thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.